Folks, we have reached our destination for DOA Go for Glory.
This is a match that has been many, many months in the making.
Here we see the current DOA UK heavyweight champion, the antisocial Ash Draven, a guy who's had
So of course it is no secret whatsoever that these two men don't like each other, and I'm talking about Ash Draven, our DOA heavyweight champion, and that man in the ring there, DOA owner Alec Burnett.
That's right. Ash Draven really having one of the an amazing year here in DOA. We started 2017 with that belt round Draven's waist, and we're almost done for the year, and Ollie, that belt is still there.
It is. Of course, earlier this year, Ash was both the Adrenaline Division and Heavyweight champion here in DOA, and Alec did everything he could to get both of those belts off him, and he only half succeeded.
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger.
Coming off the back of an immense win in Ipswich, Peter Nixon getting the win for Team DOA, eliminating the Purge.
Direct from Cambridge.
Brace yourselves, folks.
Direct from about 10 minutes down the road here. You can see printed on the back of that very lovely jacket there the word Cambridge.
Just Cambridge.
This man is Cambridge through and through, and that's why they love him. Of course,
as you say, hometown heroes don't get more hometown or more heroic than Peter Nixon. So you just remember the display we saw in Ipswich from this man.
Very, very impressive. This man, if it weren't for this man, I think the Purge would probably have a much firmer control on DOA right now than they do.
Without a doubt.
He has thrown Damien into a tailspin on more than one occasion, and as said, Alec has thrown everything he can in the way of Ash Draven, and the only thing really that's caused him to take a misstep so far is this man, Peter Nixon.
Soli, you've been around a lot longer than I have. You called the very first DOA show with Peter Nixon.
I did indeed.
Look at that jacket.
Lovely.
This match is scheduled for 1-4 and it's for the DOA UK Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, standing in the corner to my right, he is from Cambridge. This is Peter Nixon! And in the corner to my left, he is the longest reigning defending DOA heavyweight champion in company history. He is the anti-social Ash Draven!
So only when it comes to heavyweight clashes, as far as DOA wrestling goes, you don't get... I would struggle to think of two more iconic wrestlers when it comes to the history of DOA than these two in the ring right now.
Definitely, definitely. Like you say, I tend to call Peter Nixon the DOA OG. He was here from day one, and he's had such an amazing career here in DOA, but it doesn't compare to what Ash Draven has achieved here in that ring, especially over the past year. It really has been the year of Ash Draven. But of course, in that time, as I say, he's had everything thrown at him, but the only thing that really nearly stopped him was a match he had with Peter Nixon a few months back, where the only thing that stopped him was an interruption from Damien coming in and spoiling that match for Peter Nixon. So this match has been a long time coming, and I am really looking forward to it. We're already underway here in Cambridge.
And we know that Draven likes to lie, cheat and steal his victories. But you know what, as I say, when he's been a champion for as long as he has, it's not all down to those nefarious means. That you've got to understand that you can't just cheat your way into being a champion for this long.
I think that's what makes Alex so angry. The fact that Ash Draven probably could do it on his own without cheating, without doing the things he does. He is such a talented wrestler that he could do it on his own, but he decides to take every shortcut that he can to get there. And I think that's what makes Alex just so angry and what makes this crowd turn against him.
And I just remember that match you had with Chris Brooks in Yarmouth. Alec gave him the opportunity to say you can put your title on the line, or it could be a non-title match. And he decided he was going to take the coward's way out. It was going to be a non-title match. He still won. He could have put his belt on the line against one of the best in the UK, but he chose not to. He could have showed himself to be a fighting champion, but instead he took the coward's way out.
That's true, and
that says it all.
Like you say, he still won the match. He could have put that belt up and still won the match, but he chooses not to. And it's taking that road. Taking that road, the cowardly road sometimes, the unfair road,
less honourable, you could say as well.
Absolutely, and I think that's what makes people not take to him, shall we say, in a very polite way. But the other man in the match, Peter Nixon, on the other hand, is the direct opposite of that. He will always do the right thing. He will never give up.
He bleeds DOA.
He so does.
He eats, sleeps, dreams. He's DOA through and through.
This match right now, really. Oh, as Ash Draven is thrown into the chairs right in front of us.
Into the chairs.
This match right now, this really is the face of DOA, Ash Draven, against the beating heart and soul of DOA, Peter Nixon.
While Ash Draven will do whatever it takes to retain that championship, Peter Nixon will stand up and fight for the honour of DOA regardless. As we saw back in Ipswich when it was Team DOA.
Getting ahead of steam.
Oh, it just takes Draven out.
And of course he's not just fighting for the honour of DOA here tonight, he's also fighting for the honour and the people of Cambridge.
And everyone here in Cambridge is very appreciative of that fact.
You've got to think, if ever there was a night that everything is playing in the favour of Peter Nixon, it has to be here tonight.
The stars have definitely aligned.
But
wow! Huge crossbody.
The height on that.
That's the move that that managed to beat the Purge.
It was, and Ash Draven kicking out of that. Because like we're saying, even though the stars are aligned for Peter Nixon here tonight, Ash Draven has overcome a lot worse.
Oh, he's going for that baseball slide drop kick, and Ash Draven just tying Nixon up in that ring apron.
He has got him all tangled up there.
And now working on the facial features of Mr. DOA.
Again, not the fairest way of doing things, but very effective, puts him firmly in control.
Cambridge slowly turning into a happy place for Ash Draven.
He's now just shouting at him, just bad-mouthing him while he's doing it. There are a small amount of supporters for Ash Draven here. He does have some kind of a very odd kind of cult-like charisma. But definitely the vast majority of people here tonight supporting Peter Nixon. I can even see a Nixon section over there. A few signs being held up.
Well, more than a few signs, if you ask me. Just shows the amount of support that Peter Nixon has here in Cambridge, and just being dumped to the outside. I mean, folks, there is no padding around this ring. That is a solid wooden floor that Peter Nixon just landed on.
He's starting to look a bit in trouble here.
Well, there's one thing we know about Ash Draven is he knows how to take control in these matches. He knows how to take the wheel.
Definitely does. However, like I said, Peter Nixon has more heart than just about anybody I've ever seen in a wrestling ring. He does not give up, even when something that demeaning and that disgusting is going on right there. And Ash Draven just forcing that smile onto the face of Peter Nixon.
That's it, one of Draven's almost signature moves, you could say. Rearranging facial features, making sure that people are smiling while they're in his happy place.
And it is very painful, but it's also just insulting as well at the same time. Nixon trying to fight back. He's just mocking him right now. Ash Draven just mocking Peter Nixon. This really could be heading in a bad direction for Peter Nixon here tonight. Even the support of a hometown crowd might not be enough to overcome Ash Draven.
I'm saying after all this time, you look at all the people Ash Draven has managed to beat, you just got to question, what is it going to take to dethrone the champ?
It's very true. He's beaten some of the best on the UK scene right now.
Alec has thrown literally everything at him. I think all we're left at is the kitchen sink.
He's given him 2 matches in one night. He's given him some of the best that are out there right now.
Surprise opponents.
Yeah, and he's overcome it all. But like I say, that the last time these two men met, it was very close. It was very close, and you got to think that if there hadn't been the interruption, from Damien in that match.
Well, Damien certainly got his just desserts in that elimination match at the 4th anniversary show, and the punishment continues as he suffered the loss to Shogun J earlier tonight as well.
He did.
And now Draven just dragging the face and the eyes across that top rope.
Things have been going steadily downhill for Damien, but they've been going rapidly uphill for Peter Nixon the past few months. But right now, he does look very much like he's in trouble.
So Draven just hasn't given up his advantage in this match. He has remained in control despite all the chants, all the signs, all the love pouring the way of Peter Nixon. Ash Draven has stood firm.
And you cannot fault this man's technique and this man's in-ring skills. And Peter Nixon sends him to the outside. Ducks it.
Dodges the almost a spear attempt.
Peter Nixon actually making a bit of a comeback here.
Oh
wow.
My goodness, Hangman's neckbreaker through the ropes.
And he's still in this right now.
As we said, Peter Nixon, he does not understand the term I quit. He does not know what giving up is. Oh, and a leg drop!
What a leg drop.
Flying through the air as Peter Nixon, 1, 2, 3. And again, Peter Nixon was just that close to getting the belt off of Draven.
And the braces are coming off now too.
Oh.
He means business.
You just hear him bellow at Ash Draven.
He is focused. He is ready. What's coming?
Oh, but
reversed.
Draven dodges it. Oh, just a knee to the gut. Oh my goodness.
Spinning neck breaker for the 1,
2. And Peter Nixon continues to kick out of everything that Ash Draven throws at him.
And this crowd here in Cambridge tonight.
And while we might question what it's going to take for Ash Draven to be stripped to that belt, Ash Draven's got to be questioning what's it going to take to put Peter Nixon away.
That really is the question here tonight. 2 unstoppable men. One who just does not quit, and one who just does not stop winning and beating everyone who's been put in front of him. It really is just a matter of which one is going to give here first tonight.
I'm sure there's a quote about irresistible forces and immovable objects.
What's he going for here?
Looks like he's going up for a top rope Hurricane Rana if Nixon pulls this off. Oh, Draven flies through the air, crashes to the mat. What a Hurricane Rana from Nixon.
That was big. That was big, and now both men feeling the effects. Both men down. Nixon getting this crowd behind him.
He definitely needed to pull something big out of his bag of tricks there. And you can just see, I mean, if Peter Nixon wasn't as beaten down as he was, he could have capitalized, maybe gone for a pinfall.
And the noise in Cambridge just then, I don't know if you could even hear us over that.
Crowd fired up.
Trading shots. And I think it's anyone's at this point.
Oh, and Draven just biting at the ear and the side of the face. I think just when we think that Peter Nixon's getting his advantage, getting that momentum, Draven just cuts him off by any means necessary.
That looked like desperation to me at this point, though.
Oh, and a massive clothesline and a back elbow. And a drop kick from Peter Nixon. As you said, desperation is exactly what that was, Ollie.
Wow, Draven is in trouble right now. This is an amazing comeback from Peter Nixon, who was all but dead and buried.
Oh, and a bulldog as well. And this match, this war.
Gut wrench. Oh, catches it up, catches him in a pin.
Jackknife
1,
cover.
2.
That was smart. I think Draven was bracing himself for a slam. And Nixon just hooked him up in that jackknife cover. Caught him off guard.
It was a quick conversion.
Smart move there.
Didn't work though. Still kicks out at 2.
Oh, it looks like he's went for this earlier on. He's got him hooked. But Draven spins out again. Oh, got him hung up. Oh my goodness.
And that surely has to be it. Oh, he put up a hell of a fight, but that's got to be it now. 2,
3.
And
Peter Nixon is still in this one, folks.
the amount of punishment this man can take is
Do not write off
astonishing.
Mr. DOA. I'm calling him that now from here on out. As you said it, Ollie, he has taken an absolute beating, but refuses to lay down for a 3 count.
And he's getting back to his feet. It's astonishing here.
He's going for that switchblade.
Hold on.
Nixon's
Wait
got him
for
hurt.
He got it.
And Draven,
He hit it. And
Draven just wisely rolling out, and you see the look on Peter Nixon's face.
Veteran
Heartbreak.
instinct.
Heartbreak on the face of Peter Nixon. And if Draven hadn't have rolled out, you'd have thought that corkscrew neck breaker would have been it.
That was great ring awareness from Ash Draven there. He knew he was in trouble, and he knew he had to get out of there. If the man's not in the ring, you can't pin him. You have to think this one had to be over. If he hadn't have rolled out right then, that had to be it.
Peter Nixon just willing Ash Draven back into the ring. Every ounce of strength this guy's got left. And this could be it, Ollie.
Here we go. Here's the pin. 1,
1, 2, 3. Ash Draven kicks out, and just a look on Peter Nixon's face. He knows how close he was to being the new champ.
Just those extra few seconds of breathing space. That little breather he managed to get out on the outside there while Nixon was trying to get him back in the ring. Gave him just enough to kick out of that. Here comes Nixon.
Oh, Nixon! And Ash Draven just pulling referee Matt Ball into the path of the oncoming Peter Nixon.
And he is out. He is out.
And that right there, I think that could change the course of this match right now.
Oh,
you can't really blame referee Matt Ball. That was all Ash Draven.
I fully blame Ash Draven for that. And now the low blow.
Uppercut right in the nether regions.
We've seen this before. Ash Draven will do anything to hold on to that championship, and that's why he has been the longest reigning champion in this company's history.
Switchblade from Draven. But you know what?
But there's no ref?
His tactics are backfiring. Karma is a BIH.
There is... It hasn't... He's done himself down here, hasn't he? Basically, it was a good strategy, but now, what does he do now at this... Hold on.
That look in Draven's eye.
Hold on, I think I know exactly what he's going to do at this point.
Says he has a plan.
And I don't like this. So he pulls the referee in the way of an attack. He hits a low blow, and
look
now...
at his owner, burn it on the apron.
And that's a good call. He's not going to let it go down this way. You can't let it happen that way.
Oh, Nixon's got him hooked again.
Hits it again.
Wait, Alec Burnett in the ring.
He's counting the 1, the 2, the 3.
And Alec Burnett.
What just happened?
Alec Burnett's just, our owner has just called.
My God. It just, I mean, he can do that.
He's the man in charge.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new DOA UK Heavyweight Champion,
Well, there it is. It's official.
Peter Nixon!
Owner Alec Burnett just climbed in the ring, called the pinfall, and folks, just like that. As we said earlier, the stars aligned.
I'm almost lost for words. This is shocking. It's official. He has done it. Our longest reigning world champion is no longer our heavyweight champion here in DOA.
And we questioned just what it was going to take. We questioned exactly what Alec could do.
He has done it.
But Ollie, I'm absolutely speechless right now.
I think we're both just so unbelievably shocked and so happily surprised that Peter Nixon has done it. He's taken that belt from Ash Draven, and here in Cambridge, he is the DOA heavyweight champion.
And it took owner Alec Burnett himself to inject himself into the match while referee Matt Ball was down and out. Shocking scenes here at Go for Glory. And Ollie, you've got to think Ash Draven is not going to be happy with the fact that Alec physically got involved in that match, counted the pinfall. But for now, Peter Nixon is your new DOA UK heavyweight champion. What a conclusion to this show, Ollie.
Well, Ash Draven might not be, but Peter Nixon is in his happy place right now, and that place is Cambridge.
Well, folks, we hope you've enjoyed yourself here at DOA Wrestling. Shocking scenes all round. Oh, but and here we see new women's champ Charlie Morgan as well.
These two, no strangers to each other.
You know what? We are ending this show on the highest of highs. These two embracing the ring.
These two, they started training on the same day. And they've both come on this long journey here to be champions in Cambridge.
Oh, but Draven's got the microphone.
Oh, hold on.
The winners together. All three of them. You may be happy now, but you won't be when I tell you a few home truths. Booker man. Number one, when the injury liability known as Peter Nixon was on the shelf for nearly a year, who carried your company? Me. I was the Adrenaline Division champion for over a year. I was the heavyweight champion for over a year. I won the Go for Glory briefcase. I won it all. And not once did you help me like you just helped Peter Nixon.
Draven has a point there.
For months, shut up! For months, you've been on my back saying that I'm not a true champion, that I don't win it the way I should, that I use underhanded tactics. But now, Booker man, you've proven yourself to be nothing more than a hypocrite. A hypocrite. You may as well just handed that belt to him on a silver platter. And now, Now we're going to find out what DOA is really made of. How happy a place it really is, because Booker man, let's see how things go on your own. I quit.
Oh, Draven storming off.
Whoa.
In a fit of anger.
So Ash Draven has left DOA?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to give him the time of day. So, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise one more time for your new DOA champions, Charlie Morgan and Peter Nixon.
Folks, that pretty much concludes things here at DOA Go for Glory. We hope you've enjoyed the show.
One more time, let's see ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Peter Nixon and champion.
I have been the Mastermind Ollie Spring. It's been a pleasure to be joined by Lucky Ollie Dean. And Ollie, we'll be back next time.
Certainly will.